Welcome back to the Outer Worlds.
That was quick.
Just check over here really quick, see what we can...
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Where you gotta go?
Colony ain't gonna liberate itself. The Resistance needs every gun hand.
Are you okay? You seem confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the Resistance?
If your Resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
If I'm going after this mechanical scout, I could use a couple pointers.
Mechanicals got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
I'll let you be. Alright, let's go do this quest real quick. I think I have a better plasma rifle. Some energy weapons can charge up for a bigger attack. Hold the attack button to build up energy, then release to attack. Ethology log, Tirare mating habits. Kane Van Acker, Spacer's Choice ethologist assigned to Terra 2. This week I've decided to study Tirare mating habits. The female Tirares leave their nesting area in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects, typically something shiny or bright. Then they build displays with these objects, and perform what I can only describe as a dance for an audience of males. If a male likes what he sees, the two go off and nest together in one of the nearby trees. Gerald, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things and meet me at the next site. And don't be late. I expect punctuality from my assistants. Doesn't look like he made it.
Bring us honor, soldier.
You won't have to worry about the scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its headcase? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer. A weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
You hid your secret weapon in a lavatory?
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
I'll let you be.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
You're not a big drinker, are you?
You read the latest report?
Bring us honor, soldier.
I found that package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
So what's next?
Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Don't worry about that, I've already got a passcode from Reed.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
How am I supposed to get one of these logic modules?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
Parvati, is a logic module something you could help me with?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
Seems simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of Zero-G to your memory.
I'll let you be. You have gotten a weapon modification. Install mods at a workbench to upgrade your weapons, changing damage type, adding a scope, improving rate of fire, and more.
Huh? Come out!
Here they come!
TNL makes the best gear for your friends and family. Companion perks. Your companion has leveled up and can be granted a new perk. Go to the companion page in your ledger and select the perk button to see the available perks.
Nice one!
pretty sure they're gonna send us on a quest here later. Supposed to be- Anti-Cleo knows friends make everything better. Companion abilities. You can command your companions to use their special abilities on the enemy you are targeting. C. Companion ability 1. V. Companion ability 2. Increase your health. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get this from in there. Let's just get that while we're here. Coming soon, Mantiqueen, Varanus, Toxoduridae. Feast your eyes on the great frilled Mantiqueen, sovereign of her nest, imported from the wilds of Terra 1 to thrill and excite your imagination. Whoops! Did not mean to do that. Right, let's go back and turn this one in.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing.
I've got some time.
I've got that medicine you were after.
Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Never? That's harsh. At least leave me something to remember you by.
You do have some cheek on you. Lucky for you, I kept a little contingency fee in case you tried to negotiate with me.
I'm curious, who are you going to give that medicine to?
Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room?
I'll leave you be. Let's see what quest is next.
Okay, gone quiet.
All together! Down they go! Nice hit!
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Trouble with marauders?
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
You could always go looking for her.
I go looking for Zoe, I leave the camp undefended, seeing as I'm the only one of us who knows her way around a gun. Hence my dilemma.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
Maybe the marauders took her away.
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skills far as I can tell.
Any chance you can point me somewhere specific and not just out there?
Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere.
How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem so personable. Can't imagine how you didn't get on with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places.
Could do without the gallows humor.
I'll leave you be.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
I'm told one of your numbers gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
See you around. Zoe's journal, page 18. Good news, I'm alive. Starting to feel a little better too. There's a group of deserters living out in old botanical labs. They found a way to grow some food, or something that passes for food anyway. Adelaide boiled a pot of something green and leafy and told me to drink it twice a day for my symptoms, I suppose. Tastes atrocious, but I've been feeling better. It's nice to be away from the cannery. The labs have just enough power to run an aether wave, so I've been catching up on my serial dramas. Masked Marketeer, What Would I Do Without You? Go crazy most likely. Crack up, murder all my neighbors and run screaming into the hills like some wild marauder. I don't know. That doesn't sound too bad. I could see myself leading a cater of marauders. A band of bandits. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Band of bandits? What would we call ourselves? The Formidable 14? The 100 Hooligans? Featuring Zoe, Bandit Queen. Zoe's journal, page 12. So that's it then. No more Edgewater for me. No more cannery, no more jumpsuits and gloves. Yes, ma'ams, and would you like another's? I don't know why I'm writing this down for posterity's sake. Because I've always hated the cannery, and I don't think I'll ever have to look back on this journal many years hence and tell myself, oh, wow, I did hate the Vale once, didn't I? Just because I got sick. Everybody gets sick. Well, okay, I got sick and grabbed a little too much adrenotime. Is that really a crime? I gotta treat myself when I'm sick, don't I? Whatever happened to personal responsibility and surviving by one's own bootstraps? Oh, but you misappropriate one box of adrenotime, and suddenly you're committing larceny. Zoe's journal, page 22. Well, today's the day, Zoe. Today's the day you take your destiny in your own hands. I've been listening to Grace talk about the Marauders' threat. Bands of wild, free-spirited bandits living in camps out on the hills, warming themselves by the light of barrel fires, probably mounted the heads of their enemies on spikes as a warning to folk like me. Living a life of comfort and ease, free of any rules. I bet they could take a whole region if they were organized. I've been tucking away some of Adelaide's food, and I've got some spare cans of Saltuna. Should last me a couple weeks if I ration. Got some adrenotime too. Everybody loves adrenotime. Even marauders, right? I got odds those marauders will let me throw in with them if I dangle a couple of syringes of adrenotime before their eyes. This is gonna be great. Look out, Tier 2. Bandit Queen Zoe's origin story has just begun. I'm gonna have a whole gang of marauders at my beck and call. Maybe I can even score some Rizzos. Find Zoe. One of camp to the east. I guess we'll go save Zoe really quick.
What is it?
Got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Never mind.
What is it?
Let's go! Ah! Nice one! Got 'em all!
There was one of those guys right on me, but I don't see him.
Nice! Here we go! Nice one!
Looks like they ran off.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Smell something.
Here they come! Down they go!
You crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
You're Zoe? Your people are looking for you.
What? You mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I need you to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Why did you leave the camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
There was something else, actually.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
You should go back. People are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stefan? You two were friends.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Also, he could carry on a conversation, unlike these hooligans. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Take care.
Great work.
What is it?
I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
Something about wanting to be an outlaw, I'd rather not get into it.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Alright. Okay, let's see here. Leadership. Let's get that to 50. Get another perk. Weapon, armor, durability loss, companion crit chance, armor. Alright. I think that's good enough for this one. Got some reputation from the deserters. Perfect. Deserters are now agreeable. I gained bolter pistol. Let's look at that real quick. Bolter pistol. Oh, that looks nice. It's way better than this pistol. Where's my carrying capacity at? TNL makes the best gear for your friends and family. Consumables. Here you can use, junk, or drop your consumables. They can be used directly to gain a variety of boosts. Your emergency medical inhaler is shown at the top of the screen. It uses Adreno as fuel to heal you in an emergency, and always keeps it loaded into slot 1. Increase your medical skills to unlock more drug mixing slots that can hold all types of consumables, not just Adreno. Each slot is mixed into every puff of the inhaler for a combined effect. Your medical skill increases the duration of all of these effects. Alright. So... Okay, 137 out of 60. Yeah, and that's for both of us. Cool. She's got that 120. Which is good. It looks like her weapons don't degrade, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's it for this video, guys. Till next time.